I stopped being Moreno's officer a long time ago. Everyone here respects me, but they don't need to follow my orders. Not anymore. I stopped being Johnson's officer a long time ago. Everyone here respects me, but they don't need to follow my orders. Not anymore. Well now, an opportunity for payback after all these years. Johnson won't go along with it, though. He actually likes the NCR. He won't turn on us, but he's a good shot, and I'd hate to do this without him. They won. We didn't. It's as simple as that. The rest of us moved on while Moreno didn't. Still, I'm not convinced Moreno hates the NCR as much as he thinks he does. You still might be able to talk him out of leaving. Then that's the plan. We're going to have a problem with Moreno, though. He won't like that we're helping the NCR. You'll have to talk to him. No, I'm afraid. Johnson truly hates the Legion. This was a minor refueling station for vertibirds. It seemed an appropriate place to stash our equipment if we ever needed it. I'm surprised this place hasn't fallen apart. When I put it into standby mode, I expected to return to it within a few years, not decades. Moreno, Johnson, Henry, and I will be the boots on the ground. Whitman will stay with the vertibird. You still need time to think? We'll be there when you need us. He won't turn on us, but he's a good shot, and I'd hate to do this without him. Since Johnson won't be needing his power armor, I've decided to let you have it. You'll need training in how to use it, so talk to Moreno about it. Well, assuming our equipment cache is intact, my squad would have the edge in armor and firepower. There's only a handful of us, though, so the best tactic would be for us to swoop in where the target isn't expecting us. How am I doing? I hope you weren't thinking we were going to take the lead. That's no job for a bunch of graybeards, or gray heads in Whitman's case. I'll be there at the reunion. Let's hope the others show up, too, or this plan isn't going to work. It really must be bad out there if he's sending you to us. Is the idea that we swoop in by vertibird, guns blazing? Yeah, well, don't count on us sticking around if things get too hot. We're not a suicide squad. I'll go to this reunion. You've got only one chance at this. I know Moreno. Once he's made up his mind about something, there's no changing it. I disagree. You're the one who wanted our help in the first place. You want us to succeed, you go talk to Moreno. Swooping in on a vertibird, guns blazing? Haven't done that in years, but all right, I'm in. None of this means a thing if the rest of the group doesn't show up, though. Oh, and you'll need my part of the passphrase to get into the bunker. Navarro. I'll be there, but it won't mean squat if the rest of the group isn't there, too. The training might take several hours, so keep that in mind. Good. That'll save us some time. I was the officer in charge, and Johnson and Moreno were my heavy hitters. Henry handled tech things, and Whitman flew the chopper. Johnson and Moreno never got along, and I had my hands full keeping those two apart some days. It was a difference in philosophy, mostly. Mercy was not part of Moreno's vocabulary. I miss those days sometimes. We all had a purpose, you know? I admit that some of the folks in charge were pretty ruthless. The rest of us, though, we were just trying to civilize things. The NCR was still new, and it didn't look like they'd last all that long. Then we lost the oil rig, and shortly after that, the base at Navarro. Nobody left except us remnants. Internal sabotage took down the oil rig. Never did get the full story. The NCR took out Navarro, saying we posed a threat to the region. Couple of years now. I was a trader for a while, but got tired of all the walking. West Side was a good place to settle down as any. I helped tend the crops, stand watch for fiends, and generally help keep things civilized. Uh-huh. Hello, Arcade. Making some new friends, are you? Why the need for a bunch of old war horses like us? Why the need for a bunch of old war horses like us? Uh-huh. Let's get going. We have a battle to win. Still waiting on that decision. Glad to see you made it here all right. So, who are we going up against? Moreno's a stubborn son of a bitch, but he's also tougher than any of us. I'm glad you were able to talk him into staying. Since Whitman will be staying with the vertibird, she's offered to give her old suit of power armor to you. You'll need special training to use it properly, so talk to her as soon as you get the chance. We saw everything through the security monitor. I had no idea Moreno would ever pull something like that. By rights, Moreno's power armor now belongs to you. Whitman's volunteered to show you how to use it, so talk to her as soon as you can. We'll be ready, don't worry. You don't strike me as someone down on their luck. What brings you to West Side? Sticking around for the attractions? After their bold arrival at Hoover Dam, the remnants disappeared as quickly as they came. Legends of their power spread throughout the Southwest, a reminder of why people once feared the sight of vertibirds in the sky. Merciless in their assault on the NCR, the remnants struck fear into the hearts of even the centurions at Hoover Dam. Well aware of the full extent of their power, Caesar commanded his troops to not pursue them. Merciless in their assault on the NCR, the remnants struck fear into the hearts of even the centurions at Hoover Dam. Caesar's heirs aggressively pursued the remnants into Arizona, losing hundreds of legionaries in the process, and gaining nothing in return. Despite surviving the destruction of the oil rig and the loss of their comrades at Navarro, the venerable remnants were no match for the courier. They carried the secrets of their old lives to their graves. "We are here as promised. Now let's kick some ass."